Hi everyone, this is Samantha K. Taghoy, and for today I'm going to tackle the Unit 4, Lesson 1, which is the characteristics of a good lesson plan. Okay, let's start. So generally speaking, the following are the characteristics of a good lesson plan. So number 1, it should be written. So a lesson plan preferable be written and should not remain at the oral or mental stage. So the teacher is strongly advises, at least in the early stages, to make a written note of his preparation. Writing helps in clarifying thoughts and concentration. So sometimes we can really express our thoughts by writing because we think first before we write. Especially in the early stages, dili pa kayo na sila good in oral stage. So, through writing, it helps them nga mas maklarify pa nila ilang work and make them concentrate. So, number 2 characteristics. It should have clear aims. So, the lesson plan should clearly state the objectives, general and specific to be achieved. So, students need to be clear about what they are aiming to learn and which indicators and criteria are appropriate to evaluate progress and future learning. So by having a clear aims, it is easy for you to achieve your goals. So whatever is your objectives in your lesson plan, it should be focused on it. So dili na siya mag-usab-usab kung unsa imong objectives, mao jud na siya ang imong i-focus. So number 3, it should be linked with the previous knowledge. So the plan should not let the lesson remain as isolated one. It should have its basis on the background of the class. It should grow out of what the pupils have already learned. So the lesson will remain connected to the class. It linked with the previous knowledge kay ug unsa tong na-learn sa pupil sa previous knowledge, dapat mas makita na ang improvement. So the lesson should have basis on the background of the class. Next, number 4. So it should show techniques of teaching. It should state clearly the various steps that the teacher is going to take and also various questions that he will ask. So every teacher has its own teaching techniques, but it's up to the teacher what kind of techniques teaching he or she will do as long as it can give a lesson. It depends on what strategies he will do on asking questions. Next, number 5. It should show the illustrative aids. The illustrative aids to be used should be shown in the lesson plan. So, in the lesson plan, the illustrative aids should be shown to understand more about the thought or topic. Number 6. It should contain suitable subject matter. So the materials of instruction or a subject matter should be carefully selected or organized. So the lesson plan should contain subject matter that is selected well and organized. Kay lain kayo if your lesson plan kay contains og lahi nga topic kanang not related to the subject, right? So whatever the topic given or subject, it should be matter on it. Number 7, it should be divided into units. So the plan should be divided into units, but care should be taken to see that the lesson remains an integrated whole, and every unit develops from the previous and submerges into the next one. So every unit kay naajud na siya lesson sad. So every unit has a lesson in it that still explain the illustrated topic and remains an integrated whole. Next, number 8. It should provide for activity. So the children must be given enough scope to be active. It should not make them mere passive listeners. So the children should have activity to test them. So to make them cooperate and active. It should not accepting or allowing what happens or what others do without active response or resistance. Number 9. it should provide for individual differences. So the plan should be prepared in such a way as it does full justice to all the students of varied abilities. So whatever students' abilities, it should be accepted, and whatever their differences, it should be treated in the same way. So the plan should be prepared of individual differences. Number 10, it should show certain routine things. So the plan should indicate the duration of period, the period itself, and average of age of the students, subject, and the class. So, of course, by doing a good lesson plan, it should have a routine to set you up for success. You can have everything, time saving, routine, or etc. So, the choice is up to you. The important thing is to recognize them so that you can make a change. So number 11, it should be flexible. So the plan is a means and not an end. It is wrong to follow it slavishly. It is an instrument and should be used as such. So the plan should be capable of bending easily without breaking. So it should shows an originality of the plan. Jud, maujud na siya dapat. Originality. So the teacher should be prepared to change his or her teaching methods from those as referred to in the plan. So next, number 12. It should include the summary. So the lesson plan should include the summary of the whole lesson, which is to be developed on the blackboard with the help of students. So having a summary can add more to their learnings, because in summary, it should isolate all the important points in the original passage and note them down in a list. Students review all the ideas in the summary. So number 13, it should refer to reference material. So the plan becomes more useful if it refers to other reading material. This will motivate the bright students to do extra reading. So students can do extra reading if it is referred to reference material. Okay, it gives them the privilege or opportunity to read more, and should be taken to suggest only that material which is available in that school library. Next, number 14. It should include assignments for students. So a good lesson plan cannot be thought of without appropriate assignments for the students. So one of the characteristics of a good lesson plan kay naadjud nay assignments, so that students can express their own thoughts and understandings in a creative manner. And also, it can improve the writing skills of students at a sufficient level. Number 15, the last one, it should provide for self-evaluation. So a good lesson plan must have a suitable plan for self-criticism. So the teacher should put some questions to himself and find out the answer, and thereby judge the effectiveness of the lesson or otherwise. So by providing self-evaluation, it gives you an opportunity to highlight how you use your unique strengths to accomplish your goals, while also being honest areas you could improve. That's all. Thank you.